Yes, please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Purva Joshi. I'm a student of Bhavan's third year. I'm a literature major, BSM 5. Today I'll be doing a presentation about my experience in Japan. I went to Japan on a student exchange program. This year it was the 15th anniversary of this program between the University of Japan, which is the Otemon Gakuen University, and our university, which is the Gujarat University. Me along with two other students were sent to Japan for 3 months on this short-term exchange program where we studied Japanese language, culture, philosophy, literature, and its business. Uh, Before I start the presentation, I'd like to thank Nirja ma'am, Bhavan's, the college, the staff, the faculty, the students, and Gujarat University for backing me up with this, giving me full support so I was able to attend this program, be a part of this journey. So when I got selected, it was in January, but I did not take this thing very seriously. I did not take it as seriously as I should have had. I thought it is one of those things like it's a trip kind of thing, but it got real very soon, and it got real on the very first day of me being in Japan. So as soon as I landed in Japan and I went through all the customs office and everything, my final stop was the baggage claim. And as soon as I entered the baggage claim, my baggages were lost. Instead of them being in Japan, they were in Mumbai. I had only heard of such stories that things happen like this and baggages get lost and you face such difficulties, but I never expected myself to face one. This incident scared me like anything. This was the first time I had such an experience. This was the very first time where I was traveling alone like this, and throughout the process, I realized, okay, yes, this is a very serious thing and it's happening. The whole incident gave me a sense of courage, gave me strength that if I can get through this without my friends, families, teachers and guides and everyone, I am sure I'll be able to get through the 3 months that I'll be staying in Japan. So starting out with Japan, the first day went kind of weird. Then as soon as I reached my dormitory, it was already evening time, and we got settled in and everything. But reaching the dormitory, a funny thing happened when it was the first of the many evenings. It happened not just once, but I guess 14, 15 times. So I stayed in a dormitory in Japan. In Japan, in every dormitory, there is a house mom who takes care of the dormitory, or house father, depending on whose dormitory it is. They do not understand English, and it was my first day and I did not understand any Japanese, nor I had any friends who could help me, who could be an intermediate between me and the Japanese people. I did not understand any Japanese, so the mom came to me and she greeted me, and I didn't understand what it was. So I was like just standing there blank with giving her some looks. In fact, the thing was, she was offering me a Japanese traditional tea as a welcome. It's a cultural traditional thing in Japan. Wherever you greet a guest, you offer them their green tea. To put this very delicately, and not to offend anyone or the Japanese culture, Japanese green tea does not taste good. It tastes very bad, and I cannot stress enough on how bad it tastes and how often in Japan you are forced to have it. Wherever you go, you are offered green tea or their other kind of tea, which is horrible. So first day I went to the dormitory and mom greeted me, and she was offering me the tea and I didn't know anything, so I just kept on saying, okay, okay. And the first evening, before relaxing or anything, I had to drink that. So that was my initial experience in Japan, having a horrible tea. My dormitory had a cafeteria, the separate dining room, separate rooms, fortunately. It was a huge dormitory, and I didn't get to spend much time in my dormitory because my college timings were very weird and very long. Moving on to my experience in university, on the second day I was to start my semester in Japan. So I went with one of my seniors who was going to guide me that day. She guided me through from my dormitory to the station, to the train station to my university. Uh, as I was walking down the street on that very day, before reaching the university, I saw a huge building. That building looked like a freaking stadium. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but this was the building. Uh, and I asked her, what building was that? And she said, this is not a stadium, this is our college. So my mind was blown. So the tea incident happened, and the second thing I noticed is my huge freaking college. It was fun, kinda. So in my college, I studied 6 subjects. Naming as I named them, we were Japanese language, Japanese philosophy, Japanese culture, Japanese literature, which is haiku. Haiku is a short Japanese poem. Then business administration, sports governance. Now in Japanese language, I was taught basic vocabulary, basic phrases, conversation skills, and grammatical skills. I was assessed and I was graded based on my Japanese at the end of the semester. In Japanese philosophy, I was taught how Japanese people thought, how Japanese people acted, how Japanese people behave with themselves, with their friends, and with the outsiders. That was Japanese philosophy. Now, in Japanese culture, I was taught about their religion, their day-to-day life, not individual, but Japan as a whole, mainly focusing on their customs, traditions, and thirdly, their religion, as I talked about it. In Japanese literature, I was taught how to write and read haiku, which is a Japanese traditional poem. Not traditional, it's relevant today as well, but traditional because it has been going on from years, and it's a very important part to them. Now, haiku is very interesting. As a literature student, it's my responsibility to talk in detail about this. Haiku is unlike any other poems that we have studied. Haikus are very short. They don't have imaginary follow-ups or anything. Haikus are short and on point. So you see something and you write about it. You don't go into deep thinking, I'm going to write about this and that and life and death, nothing like that. You see a sakura tree and you write about that tree. You see a tiger, you see a mountain, you write about that mountain or a tiger. That's haiku. Next, I learned about business. In my business administration class, I learned about how Japanese people maintain their business, how they maintain their relationship with the other clients, within themselves, within their company, how they interact with their employees, how an employee acts with their boss. This is also part of philosophy, but in business administration, we were taught in detail the business models of the country of Japan and their companies. Moving on to the sports governance. In sports governance, I was taught about the commercial business, how the commercial business is taken out through the medium of sports. In Japan, sports plays a very important role, but it is quite unique to their country. It is quite unique in the entire world. The few popular sports in Japan are baseball, basketball, soccer. They don't call it football, they'll give you looks. Soccer, basketball, baseball, and judo, and chess, surprisingly. Then most popular sport is baseball. Now, baseball is not the typical baseball that we watch.
Please repeat.
On which criteria were you selected?
There were my academics and my acting and my music. I'm an actor and a musician, so on the basis of my past history with my work, I was selected on my work. my certificates, my medals and everything, my work, my recognition from the past. And the process of the selection was a CD, then I had to prepare a CD, submit it to the university, then the university reviewed it, they selected me, they called me for an interview, and after the interview, among many students, me along with two other students were selected.
Which kind of CV have you submitted?
Sorry?
What kind of like all the process which kind of CV you have to submit to college?
CD. So you have to, there are certain forms that you have to fill, you have to type and fill up the forms. There are 2 questions that you have to answer yourself. For example, the questions will be like, why do you want to go to Japan?
Yeah.
Such type of essay questions. And then in your CV, you have to include all your work experiences, all your academic experiences, all your achievements, or everything.